and welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about the 5 sneaky things that Brits do, which actually make them pretty clever.
Yes, so for those of you who don't know, Annie and I moved over from California to Scotland about almost a year and a half ago. I was born in Scotland, so when Annie mentioned these 5 or so things, I didn't really realize, but she definitely has a point. So we'll get into number 1, and number 1 is a very British attitude, and that's downplaying everything.
Yes, so downplaying just different events that are going to be happening, downplaying pretty much everything, but mostly the weather. They make the weather seem like it's the absolute worst place on the planet, and I think that's because they don't want everyone immigrating here.
That was something I actually did prior to our move. I was preparing Annie and the kids for terrible winters, dark, rainy, wet. And that was my memory as a kid, but it's just not been the case.
We moved from California and I was expecting, okay, they're going to need wellies, their rain gear daily. We're going to have to just learn to get out in the rain, which we have done. But surprisingly, it's not bad like I was expecting. And the weather, especially in places like England, it's sunny more often than rainy, and it's nice weather.
Yeah, if you go south of the border, especially in the summertime, there can be a noticeable weather increase. And it could be to do with global warming and all that. Yeah. But the Brits have not updated the rest of the world. You'd be like, hey, by the way, our weather's actually amazing now. You should come. And yeah, I think that's all part of just keeping it to themselves, really.
Yeah, the sneaky bit is that they don't actually show you the like hidden gems.
Yeah.
So just where we are here is about 5 minutes from our house and completely ours today. Yeah. And there's thousands and hundreds of thousands of places throughout the UK that are just like this.
This is part of the John Muir Country Park, and the Belhaven Bay is just out that way. But I think we've seen maybe 2 other people walking their dogs here, and yeah, I think actually the comedian Billy Connolly said about Scotland, it's like, Scotland's beautiful and the best thing is there's no one else here. Our second point ties into exactly where we are today. We have a phenomenal outdoor playground animal zoo with a train called East Park, which the kids absolutely adore. And that's another thing that us Brits downplay, is all these fantastic outdoor play areas. And they all have what, Annie?
This is one sneaky thing that they do is at all the play parks, or at least any of the bigger ones, they have somewhere where you can sit down and watch your kids with a cup of coffee and just watch them do their thing and make money. So Brits are sneaky.
Yeah,
they know how to make the money in that
They'll
regard.
have like handmade, often cakes and sweet treats and the obligatory like bacon rolls, sausage rolls, like just stuff that's really hard to say no to. Simple, but exactly what you want when you're sitting down watching your kids play. And yeah, we sourced out a number of playgrounds and play parks in the US, and more often than not they had nothing.
No, maybe you could get like a bottle of water if they had a shop. Most of them you just go and there's nothing else there. Everything here is catered to like sitting and having a coffee while watching your kids for an extended period of time. So I thoroughly enjoy this. I think it's a great idea. I wish everywhere did it.
Okay, so number 3, this one might not seem too sneaky, but it's Brits' desire to let people use their common sense in a number of situations. The one that springs to mind for us is we were at a playground with our kids, and there was a cargo net they can climb up. No warning sign, no nothing, but just like a 3-4 foot drop below it. So if your kid's not capable or too young or too small, like they're just gonna fall through.
I appreciate this though, because it teaches kids to sort of use their common sense, do what they're capable of, learn their skills rather than having everything plastered and parents being like, careful, you shouldn't be doing that.
Or just no drop.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I like that our kids like learn sort of their natural limitations in a somewhat safe space.
I was about to say, they're not like, they would have known if they'd fallen, but they're not going to really hurt themselves. But it's enough to give them a little shock.
But you just wouldn't see that in the States. There would have been some extra safety net or something on the ground, like pads to keep it a little less
or not
painful.
Not as high off the ground.
Yeah. Where else do we see this?
A lot of our historical monuments, buildings, and actually, in a previous video, we went to Wallace Cave.
Yes.
Near Rosslyn Glen, and there was probably 100-foot drop off and no barrier, no warning,
and no signs,
no nothing. Just Welcome
As you
to
wish.
Scotland.
I mean, I
Look
was
down and you
taken
may
aback.
see some tourists that didn't make.
It is like that one was actually shocking to me. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, the handrails ended right before the drop. I was like, interesting
And it was
choice
just,
that.
yeah, it
But-
was stone steps carved into the side of the
Mhm.
mountain. And it is nice because then you just get to enjoy. I mean, that's a very, like William Wallace was supposed to have hidden in there during a battle. And
Mhm.
you get to basically experience it how he did.
Exactly.
He didn't have handrails or warning signs or anything. And so it really lets you enjoy, yeah, how
Some
it
of-
was created by nature.
Exactly. And I just appreciate that so much because sometimes there's too much and too many barriers and it just takes away from the experience and you're looking at that rather than like looking beyond it. And
We have another video where we climbed up Hopeton Monument
Mhm.
near Haddington, and even for us, who we consider ourselves fairly fit and able people, those stairs, those spiral staircase in the pitch dark were a challenge.
Oh yeah.
And the warning sign on the bottom, well, there wasn't one.
That was terrifying. And there's no lights inside.
There's a gate, but it's not locked. You can just push it open, go up. At the top, there's some nice display boards telling you what you can look at if you've made it. But yeah, up or down, it's sketchy, and there's no one nearby to help you if you fall.
Nothing, no bars over the cutout windows. So yeah, just enjoy that as well. It's just different than what I'm used to. But once again, I really appreciate that the Brits sort of allow you to take in that and use your common sense.
Taking a quick break from the video, we say we like supporting local businesses. Well, today we're promoting a local business, Advanced MP3 Players, or AMP3 for short. Founded in 2001 in East Lothian and still trading in East Lothian to this day, initially they brought a wide selection of MP3 players to the UK market. Now, evolving with the times, they stock digital audio players, digital audio converters, headphones, speakers, everything you need to make your music listening experience as close to perfect as possible. Stocking brands such as Fio, Kawon, and iBasso, they were kind enough to send over some Fio speakers and Fio headphones. That way, when Annie's editing, she can hear my dodgy Scottish accent in all of its glory. And just like any good local business, AMP3 pride themselves on their customer service. Yes, even in today's world, you can still pick up phone and speak to a real person. Customer service is their top priority, and I can vouch for them because they used to employ me. So check out their website and use our code SIMPLE for 10% off and support a local East Lothian business.
This is my favorite one, I think. It's the experience of kids' birthday parties.
Strange thing to say is your favorite.
Yeah, I sound really weird right now.
Wait,
But-
over cafe culture?
But there's two things that they do differently over here that it just makes sense. So in the US, when you go to someone's birthday party, you bring a gift, same here. But the difference is in the US, you have to, if you're the person, if it's your birthday, you open your present in front of everyone watching. And that's so awkward. It's awful to just open presents as 50 people sit around and stare at you. And you don't like every gift just as much as the next, but you have to pretend like you do. And it's very hard to navigate that situation.
This is at birthday parties with like friends from school. and
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
Not just your family.
No, I mean, I don't like that either. I don't
Well,
like opening presents.
Okay. I feel I feel like in a
kids
family
for
one, yeah.
sure.
And other thing, no kid wants to watch the birthday kid open their presents. It's like, okay, time to order presents. Like, well, I know what I got him, and I just want to play with this or do that and that. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, it's nice where it's just like you thank them for the present, gather it up, take it home, open it at your own time, and then write your thank you card.
Yeah,
and
you
whatever.
either get a thank you card or the mom will send you a picture of the child with the toy saying thank you. And that's just as good. So I like that. The other part of
This one I didn't even think about until Annie mentioned it, but the cake.
yes.
In America, I get similar to the presents, the cake is cut and then eaten there and then.
Yes.
When the kid's already hyper, actually just before about to go home, right?
Yeah,
Usually.
so everyone's sugared up. It's the end, when everyone's just at the point of like teetering on whether or not it's going to be chaos. You've had a great time and then you're just at that point. That's when you eat the cake, get everyone sugared up and ensure that something crazy is going to happen. But in Britain, do you want to go into what they do here?
Yeah, you get a little sort of party box or party
Mhm.
bag, usually with some little knickknacks in it, and a piece of the cake cut and wrapped up in foil or whatever
So
to take
clever.
home.
To eat when the parents think, yes, this is an appropriate time to give my kid sugar. I love this. I love this so much.
AKA never.
To the bin. No, just kidding. We let our kids have cake.
No, but then it's nice as well. Like, it's not just the parties.
She likes cake too.
She does. She likes cake and cafe culture, so she's fitting in perfectly here. Yeah, it's not just like, oh, party's over and the kid's crazy and going home. It's like you have a little thing to sort of remember the party. And yeah, it's just one of these things that so it's been a while since I've been to a kid's birthday party, but that Annie mentioned and just does make a lot of sense. And then it also makes it easier for the hosting parents. You don't have all those kids all sugared up.
True.
You have yours to deal with, and
The sticky hands.
send the rest home with their sugar fuel and let their parents deal with it. So good work, Brits. Good work.
Transitioning into our final point, another thing that Brits do that is so clever is telling people about the UK as a vacation spot. Like, hey, come to London. Everyone come visit London. That's what's marketed. But then no Brits go to London. Everyone like goes elsewhere or even leaves the country entirely and has much cheaper holidays in some of the other European countries.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because our last video, we went to the tattoo during the Edinburgh Festival. And the festival's a perfect example. That's like, oh, Edinburgh Festival is fantastic, world renowned. No local, not little, like most locals vacate Edinburgh, don't go anywhere near it and go to all these other places. Like Annie said, Spain is a huge location for Brits to go on holiday. It's like, oh, we love our country. All right, we're off to Spain. Or, oh, go visit these big towns and cities. We're going to the Lake District. Or we're going up to the Highlands. Or places where the tourists don't often go.
The downplaying. So they're like, London, yes, Edinburgh, yes. But then they don't talk about all the other places that they then leave to. So very clever.
I know as an American, Annie was never well known about like the Lake District.
No, never.
Or the little towns like Dunkeld, Pitlochry, up sort of north. And those, for me at least, were all the places I'd prefer to go than to a big city or that and the other. So yeah, it's like, all right, come and increase our tourism income and we'll go off and do our own thing.
Exactly, but very clever, Brits. I see you. So I think this is going to be short and sweet today. We will bring over Finnegan.
No. Okay. Hi.
Say bye, everyone. We'll see you next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this little face.